Hello, it's Philip Taylor speaking from Richmond Green Chambers, and this morning I'm looking at an important book on homicide. This is from the Oxford University Press, and it's been written by Jeremy Horder. It's got the title Homicide and the Politics of Law Reform. We've been here before, I hasten to add, because this is not something new, and we have not got a government that has been prepared to deal with a modern approach to the law relating to homicide. And that's one of the reasons why this and many other research books are still being published, because frankly each parliament has not got a grip on the issue and modernised things. However, that's probably our personal view. We've given it the title Perspectives on Homicide Law Reform from a former law commissioner. Now, he's certainly got a case to put, and I think it's a good case. Let me explain a little bit and show you the book. Controversies surrounding homicide law continue to abound in the arena of public debate over such matters as mercy killings and, for another example, a right or lack of right of a householder who unintentionally kills to protect their family and property. We hear about this in the news on a regular basis. The lawyer, academic or policymaker involved in such issues will find much useful commentary, in our view, in this book, which is part of the OUP's Oxford monographs on criminal law and justice. It's under the general editorship of Professor Andrew Ashworth, who I was very fortunate to be taught by for a very short period of time when I did my bar exams. The author, Professor Horder, was formerly a law commissioner, and Ashworth's introduction to the law commends it as a unique insider's view of the ways and means by which law reform in the context of homicide can be accomplished. That, in fact, is exactly what we need to persuade the legislators about. The trouble is that we have a real problem at the moment in that there isn't really the will with all the other things going on. Those who seek the reform of the homicide law will be interested, we think, in Horder's views that a degree of deference to public opinion on this issue, as opposed to elite or expert opinion, is essential for conferring true legitimacy on homicide law reform in a democracy. And Horder expresses dismay early on in the book that, in his words, public opinion properly or professionally researched on homicide law reform remains regarded as largely irrelevant to the legislative process. Citizens of the state, he says, are onlookers in the process. It's a pretty gruesome picture on the front. This is the book, and then there's the back. The little dust sheet there, and you can see the back of the dust sheet there. There is, of course, a very detailed bibliography, which you would expect with this work, and there is, of course, another detailed index. The book itself is very much a narrative with footnotes, so you've got the detailed footnotes at the bottom. Then it flows quite nicely all the way through with the various points that he's making. There are some little subheadings that are covered. Do read the general editor's comments from Andrew Ashworth and also the introduction and preface. Then you'll see the contents as they set out at the moment, which I think is very important. Cover that area and then that area there, and you can also see there's obviously some case law, and then it goes straight in to homicide law reform and looks at the role of the judiciary to a certain extent. I think the book is very thought-provoking. It's copiously footnoted, and I think it's a great addition to the continuing debate in this area. Something will have to be done eventually, but whether we're going to get agreement either through Parliament or on the street is another matter because of the emotions involved. But thank you to those who produced this work and the others in the series from OUP. Bye-bye.